After over 6 months of preparation, we've arrived at one of the highest numbers Capcom is able to count to. Resident Evil 9 is truly a victory lap for the renaissance of the franchise, featuring the return of pretty much every development asset they've used in the last 7 years. This game has a lot to love, and a lot to question, but my job isn't to do any of that. You're here for one thing, and one thing only. Let's 100% it. Due to the freshness of the release, there are currently no paid DLCs that impact gameplay, so avoiding that hurdle is already cleared. I did not purchase the deluxe edition, so the only additional item that I have in-game is Grace's Apocalypse costume, but I will be playing her primarily in first person until we get to Insanity. As always, there will be multiple playthroughs, with the first being focused primarily on the story and collectibles, which in this game are files and Mr. Raccoon statues. Again. I will also add that I did my first true playthrough on stream the day the game came out, but to create a better quality video, I refilmed the entire first playthrough on a separate Steam account so I don't get any bonuses. If you would rather experience the real first run, feel free to watch the 11.5-hour VOD on my channel, or just imagine me running around lost and shoving my face into every corner, and you're pretty much 90% of the way there. Without further ado, let's return once again to Resident Evil. The game offers 3 difficulties to start: Casual, Modern, and Classic. Classic restricts saving to ink ribbons, and that's too scary, but Casual will make me look like a baby in front of you, so we're going with Modern. We start as Grace Ashcroft, a timid technical analyst with no field experience. Our first big job is to investigate the same hotel we watched our mother die in, with no backup or partner at all, a totally normal and regular thing. Get Alan Wake 2'd and read our first file, showing the aftermath of consuming gas station sushi. Observe the locals in their natural habitat. Watching our mortal rival escape our clutches once again. Find a picture of us with a key taped to the back, and don't immediately call for backup, watching the first of many doors shut entirely on their own. Read a few more files and head upstairs, finding a collage that's so good we travel back in time. Answer the phone call of immediate darkness, watching John Madden get cut from the team. Our mom absolutely blasts this guy, hiding a file behind a painting and then yelling at us to hurry up when I'm literally right beside her.
Grace, come on!
We call the cops and rat out our mom.
Yes, I want to report a murder. No murders!
But she forgives us, so at least we can rely on her warm and kind support. It's a good thing we called 911 earlier, because shoddy fire burnin' on the dance floor. Returning to the present, we answer a phone call on a regular-looking phone, making me wonder what happened to the cube technology from 6. Head down and grab the document, which thankfully managed to survive being here through a building-wide fire and 8 years of abandonment. This cop's health insurance doesn't include dental, and we activate our inner Muhammad Ali to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. We get munched on, booking this guy a one-way trip to the pavement. Once again, don't call for backup, hearing mysterious music coming from upstairs, and we ascend to meet the big bad.
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I'm the one who planted that body. I'm the one that brought you here. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Well, that went well. If we got killed there, could our boss be held liable for our death? A question that remains unanswered, because we're back in the handsome dimension.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hop in our Porsche Cayenne GT.
And let's not forget the turbo drive.
And pull up just in time to see Grace getting adult napped. With just 4 easy payments, you too can turn an entire city into a zombie outbreak in less than 10 seconds. Introduce these guys to the combat system, getting the reveal that your magnum that you get at the start is named Requiem, meaning the official title for this game is Resident Evil Gun. Leon removes his glove to reveal he's got Stage 3 cheese touch, and we awaken as Grace, strapped into the Richtofen Supreme. After freeing every part of her body except her legs, Grace realizes the same thing I do after I add abs into any workout routine. Sit-ups are hard, so we Arkham City ourselves into the start of the game. Explore the surrounding area, receiving a sweet empty bottle, and finding the pinnacle of security, a locked door with a key 5 feet away. There's a fuse box in here that requires a screwdriver, except if I'm in this scenario, I'm grabbing the lamp behind me and beating the fuck out of this box. Grab a lighter and head out, hearing something thud above us. I'm sure that won't be relevant. Read the New York Times worst-selling children's book, then head in to get the... Make an incredible deduction.
He's dead.
Witnessing the purest form of horror, someone chewing with their mouth open. This D1 volleyball player is weak to fluorescence, a fact we abuse to great effect before performing the worst stealth job a human being is capable of. I'll apologize now for the dark sections, as I wasn't sure if she could see with the light on or not, so bear with me as I try to navigate this. But I can see about as well as you can, so it's the blind leading the blind here. After she's gone, wonder why they even bothered to buy a toolbox, grabbing a vodka OJ and ringing the old girl all the way around the rosy. Successfully... Okay, do it again, but this time it actually... Okay, dog walk her all the way there and grab the fuse, escaping and not dead sprinting away as fast as we can for some reason. Leon pulls up to the function, checking his Swiss-made Hamilton khaki field auto chrono and letting this woman die with no intervention. Parry our first attack for an achievement and clear the place out, maintaining the chainsaw tradition and destroying the first Mr. Raccoon. Fire the entirety of your magnum ammo into Jumbo Bigs, handing it over to Grace, which we immediately pay the price for. If you ask yourself, why isn't Gideon killing us right now? I mean, look at us. Would you want to be responsible for destroying the Mona Lisa? I don't think so. Grace should be expecting a letter from Charles Xavier any day now, because somehow in the last 10 seconds, a bullet has spontaneously generated into the Requiem. With that opening section done, we have officially entered the main game, and I can start picking up the pace. Visit the safe room and drop off everything we have, heading in to continue demonstrating our incredible logical skills.
Is someone there? Cataracts. You can't see, can you?
React the way a normal person would to someone dying, which confuses me that there isn't a standard plan to deal with corpses in the Resident Evil universe. You'd think kids would be taught at a young age that if you see a dead body, you should immediately burn it or chop the head off. Obviously in our world that's really grim, but about a decade ago, central China got nuked with zombie gas, so how is there not a plan in place? Grab the West Wing keycard, throwing up an RIP to Jeff Gray, then find an antique coin, instilling more fear within me than any monster ever could. Enter the presidential suite, sneaking past a chef that is himself all beef. Find the first knife and gun combo, dumping every bullet we have into these guys, before finding a second entirely different gun about 15 feet past the one we just found, then tell Taylor Swift to shake it off. Read a note instructing us to find some quartz, grabbing a cool-looking jewel and informing the CEO that there will be budget cuts. Solve the first puzzle and get the moon quartz, returning to the main hall and plugging it in, activating the first step in escaping this hospital, since apparently they decided halfway through construction that the keycard doors that open everything else don't work for the back door. Use that cool jewel we got to gain access to the parlor, grabbing the East Wing keycard and discovering Grace's deepest secret. She can't read. Just in case you're unaware, lorem ipsum is a common phrase used since the 1500s when you need to pad out the words on something, meaning they didn't think people would try to read the thing that the screen zooms in on. Now that we're operating with a +5 bonus to knowledge, swipe our way into the East Wing, intimidating a Mr. Raccoon that we'll come back for once we have a knife. Then find the guy from the hit song Last Christmas. Find this weird juice thing and... Oh my goodness. Get a blood collector in the lab nearby, using pure gamer instinct to solve a puzzle, and putting the goblin back in hemoglobin. The next quartz is locked behind Baby's first master lock, requiring a corrosive to open it, except I guarantee it doesn't. Grab the summoning bracelet of Ultimate Chubsters, looping around and heading back up, telling Olivia Rodrigo no. Craft some handgun ammo for an achievement, returning to the parlor and opening up the Guise, aka the blood collector manual. Open up a new door with our bracelet, grabbing a lockpick and finding a wrench that probably should have been in that toolbox earlier, heading into the parking garage and finding a crate of free organs. Sweet! We do have to get the box open though. Head back through the... Why was this even here? It doesn't fit through the archway. Say hi again to the double quarter pounder, wrenching open this door and grabbing the last item on the organ trail. Return to the upper deck, grabbing the corrosive and meeting up with Maximus Wrinkle, who consistently has the best line deliveries in this game.
Miss Ashcroft. Come in. I won't harm you.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. Dr. Victor Gideon. I run this center. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique. Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood? Grace! Wait! Grace! Grace!
With him gone, dissolve this sucker and use the pictures nearby to get the second quartz, and the solution to opening the organ box. Slot it in and say goodbye to Dr. J.K. Simmons, restoring this man to his former glory. Use the new level 2 wristband to reach the final puzzle, only the symbols are gone and only Braille remains. If only we knew a small blind child we could exploit for labor. Join the inpatient conga line, prison breaking Lil Smalls, and turning on the jets before doing our first holdout section. She eventually gets it open, allowing us to... Even the most sleek and modern Resident Evil games can't resist making me go into the sewer, so jump down to get it over with. Except, we can't.
Why are you here? Is it for me? Or for her? We can talk.
Right.
Or we can begin your treatment.
Silent treatment, I hope.
You're an investigator, right? We'll investigate. Is this where I conduct my research? Yes. Are the answers to your disease here?
You know, I do have a question. When's the last time you brushed your teeth?
Do you believe in human evolution? I have devoted my life to studying it, while you have devoted your life to failure. You're a dead man walking.
Grab a shotgun and put down Egon Hugeman, grabbing any collectibles left behind in the hospital before heading upstairs, giving this guy the Duke Kaboom. Why was this rigged up in a hospital? I'll never tell. Do Leon's first holdout of the game, reaching Victor's office and getting our first of many cameos.
Sherry, you're killing me.
I found some information about our illness. Our symptoms confirm a T-virus infection.
Oh, fuck.
Leon, Sherry, presumably everyone that was ever in Raccoon City, meaning Carlos, Claire, Ada, Jill, are all probably dying right now, but only Leon came to investigate. Grace lands in Blighttown, where we now have to collect 3 plugs from different areas of the map to open the door forwards, all while Gargantuatron stomps around. Once 2 plugs have been collected, we get forklift certified, upgrading our inventory and bringing it around town, getting thrown into the remains of the last Juicero, grabbing the fuse and escaping with Daredevil Jr. Throw in the last quartz and scram, and after 3 games, we finally reunite with our favorite helicopter pilot.
That comes back for RE9. You don't have to tell me twice.
Whoever this guy is. He gives off every red flag in the book.
Who are you?
You don't need to worry about me. That's your kid? I can't run away even if I wanted to. You know, I could fly us all out of here. If you go get it for me. It's in there. I'd go myself, but I can't outrun those things, not with this leg. I'll protect her. If you get the key, I'll keep her safe.
so leave our child with him, a decision that obviously can't go wrong. Find the missing link, entering the Oops All Blood version of the Wall Rider program, putting an end to a Mr. Raccoon before utilizing the greatest weapon in our arsenal, a fire extinguisher. Escape with great value Doug, pulling a Leon and crashing a helicopter, killing Harry and somehow wounding Emily in the back.
Doug would have done better.
Swap back to Leon and start putting our shooting gallery training to good use, making it back inside and covering Grace's exit against the latest escapee of Dr. Pimple Popper.
I'll keep our friends busy. Clear up the rest.
Having recently returned from turning on 3 power switches in the basement, we now have to turn on 3 power switches in the basement. The difference this time is, we're packing heat. Turn all 3 on, sending Big Marie to the glue factory, returning to find Emily dead from her wounds that we didn't bother to bandage or stitch despite being right next to a hospital. She goes Monstro mode, and we put about 9 rounds direct to skull, causing Grace to throw the Requiem directly onto a floor grate where it could have so easily fallen through. She gives up on the fight, leading to us meeting back up with someone I truly didn't think we'd see again.
I've been waiting for you, Grace.
Wesker's back, only this time he's dripped out harder than every character in a Yakuza game. Technically his name is Zeno this go around, but I'm calling him Wesker because he's a clone and they're all Wesker to me. Such marks the halfway point and ends 90% of Grace's gameplay, meaning we're swapping back over to Old Man Leon, right as he arrives in. Take care of the usual business, encountering an enemy type we haven't seen since the Spencer Mansion. The existence of baby spiders implies there's a second big spider somewhere, but we never see it, likely because spiders always be eating each other after slamming. Utilize the world's shallowest stab to put down Gandalf the White Tiger, emerging from the subway to find Rig C4 to blow the way forwards, except the detonator is missing. Leon says,
Guess the only way in is through then.
But like... We find a friendship bracelet crafted for us by Jeff Bezos, logging into our Amazon Prime account to see the upgrade system itself has had an upgrade. The detonator we need to progress is broken and scattered into 3 pieces across the map. Why is it like that and not just already next to the primed C4? Capcom won't tell either. Being BFFs with the Bays gives us the ability to immediately run the pockets of anyone we kill, allowing us to get upgrades anytime we circle back around to the shop. AI has officially taken the jobs of the Merchant Armada in Raccoon City. This next section is my least favorite part of the game, seeing as you have to wander around for an hour plus to collect the detonator, each time fighting off generic enemies in gray concrete structures. There are still a couple cool parts that I'll mention, but for the most part I'm going to zoom by this. Grab the first piece, heading outside to find the bodies of BSAA soldiers exploded on the ground. Plug the footage into your Zune to learn these guys made it a solid 3 feet out the door before getting Fallout New Vegas by Wesker-san. Stop by the local Buc-ee's and fight the Batman Who Laughs, allowing us to find the solution to every mechanical issue that's ever existed.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Play the hit children's board game Icebreaker, collecting the second part and doing the lift section from 4 again, then stop by to see an old friend. Head up to the roof, where apparently zombies retain enough brainpower to calculate my constantly moving trajectory, but unfortunately for them, 2 can play at that game. Grab the final piece, returning to the C4 and blowing the way forwards, allowing us to steal a bike and ride to the next plot point. We now have to play Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger for about 5 minutes, seeing as I'm not actually driving, the game is. My only job is to shoot. Blast Gideon while he has a big red arrow above his head for an achievement, then drive through the alleyway of bright red propane tanks that luckily didn't explode during the bomb blast that knocked this entire building over. Get a free vasectomy, then motorcycle joust Victor Gideon so hard he falls off his bike and explodes, officially taking him out of the campaign until 5 seconds before the end. park the Kennedy mobile and head out on foot, arriving at ruins we know all too well. This sign from 30 years ago hasn't disintegrated yet, and is set up to taunt us, meaning Wesker Kazuma told Grace to hold on for a second while he jogged around setting this up. Reach the STARS office to find Barry's scavenger hunt, leading us to the library to find Wesker's secret stash. Then say hi to Tofu before heading in and learning that the strike that destroyed Raccoon City was a cover-up to hide the existence of Elpis, a thing Wesker says is a virus designed to control human consciousness. We learn that Emily and a bunch of other kids are Grace's clones, and we hop into the Sherry Not Sherry section, still taking place within the orphanage. Barry Shurkin here says,
Where did everybody go?
implying that she's familiar with the other children here, which are soon revealed to be bald, red-eyed evil monster kids. And to make it worse, they don't know how to use stairs. Hit them with the hardest na-na-na-na-boo-boo they've ever seen in their life. Then bare-knuckle drag a coffin that weighs at minimum 120 pounds, but probably closer to 200 when you factor in that Lex Luthor Jr. is inside. Arrive at Not Nest 3, finding a journal that confirms all the kids at the orphanage are scarred and creepy, then log on to PowerPoint to watch The Matrix Reloaded. Return to the present, where so many reveals happen at once, it's hard to keep track. Leon is revealed to be Grace's mom. Wesker retains his teleportation abilities, which Leon seems to not understand, making me wonder if he's ever read any report Chris has ever written. And then, this happens.
Sorry, but I don't have time to spare. Have fun.
I remember you.
I remember that too.
We now have to escape from Triple X, heading through Kendo's before taking on Vin Diesel, Mano a Monstro. With him down, head below ground, re-encountering Plant 43, but at least this time it didn't invite the horrible one-shot plant guys. Take out all the seedlings for an achievement, then for the first time since Chris and 1, we actually get to fight a plant. V-Jolt be damned. Enter Ark, saying hi to Tricell and spying Zeno and Grace on the security cameras. Now pay very close attention to everything that's about to happen. Who killed this guy? We learn that Mr. X costs $120 million to create, meaning I could have scored them a discount, as if they paid me $100 million, I'd simply go away. Fight our way through the lab to reach Grace, only there's one last cameo standing in our way.
Backup is on the way.
Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
Hunk purposefully doesn't shoot us at the beginning, instead opting to enjoy a 1v1 melee battle. Except he decides to shoot us later anyway, officially updating his name from Hunk to Punk. Give him the Ethan Winters jugular special, entering El Piss, where Wesker tells Grace to enter the password, but Leon's got something to say about that. Canonically activate Little Baby Runaway mode, with Leon channeling Ada Wong and taking a nap in the garbage. It's now up to Grace to open the way forwards. Dodge another classic enemy, grabbing 2 Fushigi and heading into the archives, and learning that Spencer regretted his actions in his final years, and wanted to repent, making the part where he dies screaming about being a god in a completely different evil torture mansion than the first one he made probably irrelevant.
That right is now mine.
Leon does RE4 again, collapsing in the hallway to El Piss, where Grace meets back up with him and they limp into the same room they just fled from. Wesker's been here chain-smoking cigarettes for the last hour with no real intention of stopping them, making me wonder why they even left at all. Luckily for the plot, Grace goes Jimmy Neutron on the keys, brain blasting the right password and releasing Elpis, which Wesker immediately injects into himself without knowing what it does. Turns out, it's a totally unique drug that cures infection, unlike the one Carlos gives Jill in 3, or the one that they synthesized using Jake Mueller in 6, even though he was immune to all the viruses thanks to Wesker Prime, which almost certainly would have included the T-virus since that was Wesker's original project. Zeno gets hit with a -99 aura debuff after the antiviral deletes his demon eyes, allowing for Gideon to arrive just in time to chop his head off. He does mention the connections though, the 3rd game in a row to name drop them and then give no further explanation.
It's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down. All of it.
Grab something!
Grace.
Grace!
Time to bury Umbrella's last skeleton.
Tell Gideon to open wide, because here comes the plane. And by plane I mean all of the Requiem bullets I've saved up until now, putting an end to him and wrapping up
Nemesis. You're so damn relentless.
The true final cameo of RE9 is RE3's boss fight, except that version of Nemesis didn't get this big until melting in an acid pool. Where's my Victor Gideon dog form? Defeat the ghost of dev assets past, accepting our death before being rescued by Hound Wolf Squad, Chris's team from 8. They give Leon a message we don't get to hear, and in the aftermath Leon says,
I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
So I hope he gets checked for CTE stat. Our boss somehow isn't fired, but we get an actually happy ending for once, then stay to watch the post-credit scene cliffhanger. With the story beaten and all collectibles acquired, we're faced with the choice of bundling all the challenge runs into one single playthrough, or doing the hardest difficulty next. I spring for option 1, meaning we now have to beat the game without healing, without sucking up any blood as Grace, meaning no crafting, all in under 4 hours. Compared to previous entries, this isn't even in the top 5 hardest set of challenges, since we can still use the item box and don't have to count our steps. We even earned enough fun bucks to get Grace an infinite durability knife, which should help in conserving ammo. We're playing on casual, allowing us a very minor amount of healing when we're at death's door, but apart from that, everything's the same. I would usually narrate over key decisions here, but this is truly just doing another run. I don't pick up any healing items or blood puddles, and skip all the cutscenes to cut our time down, meaning the final real cameo goes to Mr. Montage.
What the hell, lady?
Help me!
deal with this.
This must be it.
For beating the game in under 4 hours on the good ending, we get the infinite ink ribbon, and unlock infinite ammo on all our weapons. Fire up a run on Classic to get any straggling miscellaneous achievements, like saving with an ink ribbon, making a blind zombie attack another zombie, which took about an hour for me to set up, defeating the Tubmaster Supreme, sucking up 5,000 units of blood, which I initially tried to do fully manually, except after 2 hours of blood maxing, I realized you can just save scum reloading your blood collector with the bags, and get it basically instantly, and finally parrying a liquor to cut off its tongue. I also finish out this run just to see the alternate bad ending, which has Leon save Grace and then get blasted by Xeno. No boss fight or nothing. I thought they'd at least have like a Grace stealth style boss fight against Xeno to even out the endings, but I guess not. The only thing left to do is beat the game on Insanity, but there's nothing stopping us from using infinite ammo and bonus weapons. Since Grace is basically a certified Resident Evil protagonist now, I throw her into third person and give both characters their alternate outfits. Let's get to work. With Insanity beaten, unlock all concept art and character models, and RE9 is officially 100%ed. Thank you for watching. I was originally going to do a review at the end here, but that would probably double the length of this video, so I might make a separate one just to get all my thoughts out. This wasn't the hardest 100% in the series, but I enjoyed getting to step back into the world of Resident Evil, and I'll probably come back when they release a DLC. Huge shout out to my patrons, Ted, Me Jessica, Dixby, Jude, Alex, Matt, Spiralt, Muriel, Raven, Baneful Biscuit, Mr. Grumpykins, Emo Trash Can, High Marcher, Aminyan, and Horizon, as well as all my other patrons. You guys make these videos possible. Thank you. I'm hard at work on my next project now, and will probably start streaming my practice runs for Dead Rising 2, either here or on Twitch. If you're ever looking for a place to hang out, feel free to check in. Links to Discord, Twitch, and Patreon are all in the description. I'll see you in the next one.